What if there was a doorway to your deepest self, like opening a portal to the hidden realms of your psyche? This doorway exists, and its key is a revolutionary technique called active imagination. Picture this. You're fully awake, yet you're walking through the vivid landscape of your own mind. Figures emerge from the mist, not just fragments of memory, but autonomous beings born from the depths of your psyche. They speak, and their voices carry wisdom you never knew you possessed. The origins of how active imagination works and how it can be harnessed lie in the groundbreaking work of Carl Jung, a man whose own descent into the unconscious would revolutionize our understanding of the human mind. By the end of this video, you'll have a profound understanding of how to use active imagination to unlock dormant abilities of your psyche. Welcome to Journey Beyond. The story begins in 1913, as Europe stood on the precipice of the First World War. Jung, too, found himself at the edge of an abyss, not of nations, but of his own mind. Plagued by disturbing visions and a sense of impending psychological crisis, he made a fateful decision. On December 12, 1913, Jung wrote these chilling words in his journal. "I was sitting at my desk once more thinking over my fears. Then I let myself drop. Suddenly, it was as though the ground literally gave way beneath my feet, and I plunged into the dark depths." This plunge was not just a metaphor. Jung embarked on a 3-year journey into his own unconscious, a period he later termed his confrontation with the unconscious. He conversed with strange figures and witnessed horrific visions of bloodshed and destruction. Jung interpreted that as the collective unconsciousness dealing with the world war that followed in the coming years. One particularly vivid experience involved Jung encountering an inner figure he called Philemon, a wise old man with kingfisher wings. Philemon became a sort of inner guru for Jung, revealing insights about the nature of the psyche and the autonomy of unconscious contents. This relationship with an inner figure was a cornerstone in the development of active imagination. Yet Jung did not lose himself in this inner chaos. Instead, he forged a method to navigate it, to learn from it. He realized that by actively engaging with these inner figures and experiences, rather than passively observing them, he could gain profound insights into the workings of the psyche. This method, refined through years of personal experience and work with patients, became what we now know as active imagination. Jung's explorations didn't stop with his personal experiences. Like an archaeologist of the collective psyche, he excavated the forgotten wisdom of the alchemists. In their cryptic symbols and arcane processes, Jung recognized a powerful metaphor for psychological transformation. The alchemists spoke of turning lead into gold, of creating the philosopher's stone. Jung saw in these material aims a reflection of a deeper psychic process. The lead was the prima materia, the raw, unconscious content of the psyche. The gold was the fully realized self, the totality of the personality. And the philosopher's stone? This was the method of transformation itself, which for Jung included active imagination. Just as the alchemists labored in their laboratories, heating and cooling, dissolving and coagulating their materials, so too does the practitioner of active imagination work with the raw material of the psyche. We heat it with our attention, cool it with reflection, dissolve rigid patterns of thought and behavior, and coagulate new insights into lasting change. To truly understand active imagination, we must familiarize ourselves with some key Jungian concepts, which are not mere academic abstractions, but living realities we encounter on our inner journey. The first of these is the shadow, the dark twin of our conscious personality, containing all that we've repressed, denied, or never developed in ourselves. In active imagination, the shadow often appears as a figure of the same gender, sometimes menacing, sometimes alluring. Engaging with the shadow is crucial for psychological growth. Next are the anima and animus, the contrasexual aspects of our psyche. For a man, the anima is his inner feminine. For a woman, the animus is her inner masculine. These figures often appear as romantic interests or guides in active imagination, helping us to balance and integrate opposing aspects of our nature. The self is another central concept, representing the wholeness and integration of conscious and unconscious contents within the psyche. In active imagination, the self might appear as a wise elder, a divine child, or a mandala-like symbol. Finally, we have the archetypes, which are universal patterns or motifs that emerge from the collective unconscious. In active imagination, we might encounter archetypal figures like the hero, the great mother, the wise old man, or the trickster. Understanding these concepts can help us navigate the often bewildering landscape of the unconscious, providing a map, albeit an ever-changing one, for our inner explorations. So how can you begin this transformative journey? The first step is to create your sanctuary, a quiet, private space where you won't be disturbed. This is your alchemical chamber, your inner sanctum, and could be a corner of your bedroom, a quiet spot in nature, or even a visualized space in your mind. Consistency is key. Return to this same space for each session. Next, choose your recording method. Whether you prefer pen and paper, a keyboard, or a voice recorder, these tools will help capture the ephemeral wisdom of the unconscious, grounding the experience and providing material for later reflection. Begin with an invitation. Close your eyes, open your mind, and pose a question like, "Who wants to speak with me today?" Or "What part of myself needs attention?" Clear your mind of daily life's chattering thoughts and wait, alert and receptive for images to arise. When a figure appears, whether human, animal, or something utterly alien, engage it in dialogue. Ask its name and purpose, maintaining curiosity while also being ready to assert yourself. Fully immerse yourself in the experience by using all your senses. Notice what this inner world looks like, the sounds you hear, and whether there are any smells, tastes, textures, or temperatures. The more vivid and multi-sensory the experience, the more impactful it will be. Resist the urge to jump from one image to another. Stay with the image, letting scenes change organically. If your mind starts to wander, gently bring your attention back to the central figure or scene. Bring in ethics by applying your conscious values during these interactions. Not all impulses from the unconscious should be acted upon literally in the outer world, so use discernment, questioning, and challenging when necessary. Conclude each session with a small ritual to help transition back to ordinary consciousness, such as taking 3 deep breaths, stretching, or saying a phrase like, "I now return to ordinary awareness." After each session, take time to reflect and integrate what you've experienced. Consider what insights you've gained and how they might apply to your daily life, perhaps journaling about your reflections. Like any skill, active imagination improves with regular practice. Setting aside time regularly, even just 10-15 minutes a day, can significantly enhance your progress. As you delve deeper into active imagination, you may encounter some challenges. One common worry is the making it up concern, where people fear they're merely inventing everything. Even if it feels that way, remember that you are tapping into authentic parts of your psyche, as the unconscious often communicates through imagination. Encountering frightening figures is another challenge. These figures are normal and often represent valuable but repressed aspects of yourself. Try to approach them with curiosity rather than fear, asking what they want and what they represent. Maintaining the dialogue can also be difficult at times, with conversations stalling or feeling awkward. Patience and persistence are crucial here, as your connection with the unconscious deepens over time, much like any relationship. Finding a balance between control and surrender is essential. While you shouldn't try to control everything, you also shouldn't let the experience spin out of control. If active imagination stirs up powerful emotions, take a break and ground yourself in your body and surroundings. If intense emotions persist, consider taking a walk and breathing deeply. Another pitfall is inflation, where we become overly identified with archetypal figures, leading to spiritual inflation. Remember, the goal is integration, not identification. As you continue practicing active imagination, you may find yourself transformed in both subtle and profound ways. One of the most significant benefits is increased self-understanding. By dialoguing with different parts of yourself, you gain deeper insights into your motivations, fears, and desires. Emotional healing is another powerful outcome, as active imagination helps process and integrate difficult emotions or past experiences, leading to greater emotional resilience. The practice also enhances creativity, unlocking new realms of inspiration for artists, writers, and innovators. Personal growth is supported through the individuation process, helping you become more fully yourself by integrating disparate aspects of your personality. This heightened self-awareness often translates into improved relationships, as you become more empathetic and understanding in your outer interactions. Many people also find that active imagination helps alleviate symptoms of anxiety and depression by addressing underlying psychological issues. For some, active imagination becomes a path of spiritual growth, fostering a sense of connection to something larger than themselves. Additionally, it enhances problem-solving by accessing the unconscious's wisdom, offering novel solutions to both personal and professional challenges. As we conclude our exploration of active imagination, I invite you to consider the vast, uncharted territory that lies within your own psyche. This technique offers not comfort, but growth, not certainty, but wisdom. It's a call to adventure, a hero's journey within the landscape of your own mind. Remember the words of Jung himself: "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." Through active imagination, you have the power to shape your own destiny, to become the author of your own myth. The doorway to your inner world stands before you. The key is in your hand. Will you turn it and step into the vast, mysterious territory of your own mind? Will you dare to confront the shadows and embrace the hidden gold within you? The choice, as always, is yours. Your inner world awaits, rich with wisdom, challenge, and the potential for profound transformation. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, or in this case, a single image. What will you discover today? Thank you for watching. If you found this video valuable, consider subscribing to the channel for future updates. Leave us a like to help the YouTube algorithm suggest this video to more people who might benefit from learning about active imagination.